everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Right now it is about, it's 11. We're gonna go to my friend's shop. His name's Edgar. So he works on cars and this is the car he gave me once again. I told you from the first video. Today we need to get this car raised up because it's too low. Whenever we're going speed bumps, the bottom of it kind of scrapes a little bit from the front. I think there's a piece that's, I think it's missing clips underneath there. We need to raise up the front and the back too because little bumps like on a freeway, the car tends to bounce and it makes us jump in our seats. So we need to raise up the front and the back. So we have aftermarket coilovers right there. This is how I want it to be. I want the bottom of the fender and the top of the tire to be 2 inches apart. The tire's tucked underneath the fender. So if we can get it to where it's a 2-inch difference from the top of the tire and the bottom of the fender, I think that should do it. What else is another thing that we're gonna do today? Oh, AC, I think we're gonna check out the AC. The AC was not working. The guy said it needed to be serviced. So he serviced it, it was blowing ice cold afterwards, but then after that day, it was not blowing ice cold anymore. So there has to be an air leak somewhere for the AC. So we have to check that out as well. And I don't really know what else we're gonna do today. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be done to this car today. Bird poop. But yeah, we need to get this car in good running condition first before I do anything fun. I mean, probably the only fun thing that happened today is raising the suspension. I don't really know how to raise the suspension yet. I mean, I've never done it before, so that'll be something to learn. He said I could do it myself, but I want him to show me like one of the suspensions. That way I don't do anything wrong, you know, and break the car. Another thing that's wrong with the car is the idle. It has a poor idle. It's idling below 800. So it's acting like it wants to stall, and every now and then it starts choking like it wants to die, but it's not dying. And last week I drove the car for the first time forever, and I stalled and I started up and it started rocking like crazy and I couldn't get it to go. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna drive this car until that gets fixed. So my dad's actually gonna be driving the car because he's more of an experienced driver when it comes to stick. I'm not. Until we get that fixed today, we're gonna have him drive the car. There's a lot of things that need to be done to this car. Now really, I can't really explain everything to the car about the car that needs to be done until I actually do it. So I'm gonna see something, I wanna fix it, and so yeah. And so we just go by that. So every video will be something that, or some things I'll have to do.
This looks like the 454. Make sure you get some pictures of this car, Andre. Maybe we can sell it for $16,500. We all get $500 on it. That sounds like this guy Thundercat, boy. This guy put money into this thing, but he didn't know how to finish it up. The interior is brand new. This is a Thundercat. Of a star. Better give him his paycheck.
That's my dad, guys.
Of Andre Laws here. Party Live. Facts and views for skit mechanics, auto body detailing.
That's not, I don't even exist yet.
All things car.
So what's going on today?
I'm gonna put this thing back together.
Edgar is kind of busy right now. He has to hurry up and get that Thunderbird done. Right now I'm gonna park my car closer underneath this tarp so we can start doing the suspension. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount the cameras and start getting everything prepped up. I think I went the wrong way because it looks a whole lot lower than what it was before. That means I have to put the screws up higher. Yeah. Okay. I've obviously done something wrong. It won't go up any further, and then the locking screw is stuck here. So I think the best bet is to get a spanner wrench to break the locking nut free and to raise this higher. Hopefully Edgar has a spanner wrench. If not, then we're in trouble. Okay, so Edgar doesn't have any spanner wrenches, unfortunately, that are designed to tighten the screws on the coilover, so we had to improvise and use these big old pliers, right? So let's see if we can do it. Fighting and wrestling a bit. Still haven't figured out how to free this lock nut from the bottom of the coilover. So we have to figure something else out. Okay, so my friend Henry got it free. Now I know. Don't screw the lock nut all the way to the bottom, unless you want to wrestle with that for a while. All right, it took me a while to get everything straight, but I like how everything looks so far. We got the back raised up. Now from here to the ground, it is 24 3/4. It's still gonna bounce a little bit because the springs are pretty stiff, but at least it's not bouncing so much, so I'll be glad. And then we got the front over here raised up too at, I believe, 23 1/4. So as you can see, I still have that space right there, and I like that. So I have confidence that the front won't scrape anything. Now all I have to do is just tighten the torque. I just got to tighten up the lug nuts to desired torque specs. So the torque specs for the lug nuts on Honda Civics is 80 foot-pounds. So I have to use a torque wrench and we'll go on from there. Now all there's left is just to do the other side of the car, and I need to hurry up and do that before my dad comes and gets me. Okay, we got both sides evenly raised up, so that's good. Right now we got to work with the idle. I was thinking about swapping the cluster with the SI cluster from the Honda Civic SI.
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, it'd go well with the car. I mean, I got SI rims, SI taillights, which I need to get new ones. Yeah, get an SI cluster since this cluster is plain and ugly. It looks like it's around 800, because minimum has to be 800 RPMs, right? 800 to 1,000?
No, it has to be anywhere between 500 and 800 RPMs.
500, 800, okay. She sounds good. You guys get a better glimpse of my engine bay. Nasty, cruddy. I got a strut bar for the suspension, and I also have a cold air intake system that has a carb sticker on there. So what that means is that this mod is legal in the state of California and it passes smog. So if it doesn't have a carb sticker, then it's illegal, and if the cop pulls you over and has you open up the engine bay, and they might write you up a ticket for that. She sounds like crap, but there's no misfires. Okay, to let you guys know, this car is not a perfect running car. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on it. There's a lot of parts that needs to be swapped, changed, or put on it that's missing. So don't expect, you know, this car being cool and everything, because I mean, it's not cool right now. It will be in the future, hopefully. I mean, overall, the only cool thing about the car is that it looks like a Honda Civic SI. If you guys are the Honda boys out there, you guys know what SIs are compared to this one. This one is EX, but it somewhat looks like a SI. SIs are usually blue. SIs have these taillights right here. You guys know these are the Honda Civic SI taillights. These are in damage, so I have to get new ones sometime soon. But EX taillights are red on the top and orange on the bottom, and just looks ugly, so I swapped those out. And then I have it matching with the SI rims. My friend Edgar got them for about 500, 600 bucks. So, you know, these are pretty rare to find nowadays. So the plan is to paint those white first. Get this. First, we need to repair them because they're chipped, scratched. So we're gonna have to repair it first, and then we're gonna paint them white to make it pop with the color of the car. I'm really thinking about changing this cluster gauge with the SI cluster gauge once again, if the Honda boys know what they look like. So for the Honda boys, drop down in the comment below whether or not I should get an SI cluster gauge for the Honda Civic or not. There's a lot of little projects I want to do with this car. just little projects, nothing too crazy, not yet anyways. But probably in the future, when I have, you know, the money and the time and the experience, I can start doing like real cool stuff. Like I want to swap these brake drums and convert them into brake discs, rotors, like the front, because I don't like brake drums. They don't work as effective as brake discs and they just don't look cool. One of the biggest things I want to do for this car is swap this engine in the future. I want to get a K20. Who knows, I might just go above and beyond and convert this car into a rear-wheel drive. That'll be pretty sick, having a rear-wheel drive Honda Civic. Drop that on the comment below too. Hey kitty. And then the car's been running for a while, idling. So everything looks pretty good. The gauge looks all right. The car is pretty heated up. It's above the code line, so it's pretty good. And as you can see here, it's between 500 to 800 RPMs, which is great. Now I'm starting to have more confidence that I could drive this car without worrying about this car stalling on me, especially on the main street. I don't know if you guys that drive sticks, if you guys can relate to what I feel whenever I'm like on a main street at a stoplight and light turns green and I go for it and then it stalls on me. That is one of the scariest things that I have ever experienced. It's just bad in all ways. So if you guys experienced that, I know how you guys feel. So she was spewing orange smoke. She's spewing orange smoke.
Orange smoke?
Yeah.
She's had a little bit of rust in there.
Nasty. Sounds good. She can sound better though. They all come along nice and slowly.
Good in there. Little by little.
Little by little. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired and sweaty. I actually want to do. Well, I've been tired since I got here. Okay, guys, that is all I could do today. So the only thing we could not do that we want to do was the AC. AC, we had to put that off for later on. I could survive high heat as long as I got the windows down. The windows do work. When we first had the car, it did not work, so we were like in an oven 2 years ago. Tomorrow we might cut and polish the car. Once we do that, then the paint job will be complete. So maybe tomorrow on Saturday, if not next week. So we want to see what time is convenient for him. So yeah. Oh yeah, one of the things I do want to see if we can get done, probably not tomorrow, maybe sometime next week, but the horn is not working. And I noticed that it's because this right here is cut off. Is that where the horn is?
No, that's an alarm.
That's an alarm. I only care for a car alarm right now.
We could fix the horn when you get the new steering wheel.
Okay. That's gonna be.
We have to take it all apart. And...
That's gonna be some time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cause I need to make. I need to make some money. Now the engine bay is dirty, but I am gonna get it cleaned. I don't know when, but it will be soon. I promise that. I do want this engine bay to look a whole lot cleaner than what it is. I believe there's some stuff that I don't need in here that's just in the way. Like when you delete the factory air filter and replace it with this cold air intake system, it does leave stuff behind. So I think you could take this off, and I believe you can take that off as well. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask Edgar about it. But yeah, this car needs a good wash real bad. That's all from me. He made all this for me.
Aww.
Man, I was so hungry. You have no idea. You're like my big brother now. I'm pretty hungry. Okay, if you guys want to check out the shop, this is what it looks like pretty much. Edgar he is a fan of Honda Civics, so he used to have like a lot of them. Not so much now. This is one of them he has. A Honda Civic EG6. Once again, if the Honda boys know, they know. He has a couple of A6s. These are the ones with the square taillights, so they're not personally my favorite. I mean, but it's still pretty cool though to have A6s. Anybody like a convertible Silverado? If you guys know your Acura Integras, or Honda Integras, whatever, please tell me if you guys seen these in your life. But I've never seen a 4-door Integra before, ever. Okay, he got this car. He's actually gonna work on it in the future, way in the future. But this is a 4-door Integra, and it's straight import too, as you can tell, because the steering wheel's on the right side instead of the left. Straight import. These are rare. Not a lot of these have been made, so I think that's pretty sick. Then the guy that owns the shop next door has this pickup that's full of bullet holes. So obviously somebody was in some sort of shootout and the truck paid the price. It's crazy. Okay, so now the thing between me and Edgar, we have a little deal. So if I work with him and I help him out with some of the things that he's doing, he won't pay me back in cash, but he will pay me back in parts and accessories for the car, which is a pretty good deal for me. That's just as good as cash for me.
I didn't even put my makeup on, man. Hold on. Your favorite milk dud. This is your favorite milk dud. All grown up to be the big whopper.
This is the guy that taught me how to drive a stick. If it weren't for him, I probably would never learn how to drive a stick.
And we're still learning.
And we're still learning.
That means me.
Well, I'm still learning too.
Oh yeah. Hold on, buddy.
Drives better than me, so I just gotta keep watching him, and then eventually I'll probably be like him. Maybe
better.
Maybe better.
Definitely better.
Okay, I'm leaving from the shop. That's all the time we have for today. Tomorrow I'm not gonna do anything to the car. Probably just maybe wash it with my dad. Maybe. But tomorrow I'm gonna be at the shop doing some stuff for Edgar, helping him out.
Leal's Body Shop.
Leal's Body Shop, Leal's Upholstery. So yeah.